one morning I walked along the beach, leaving my footprint.
Loving gracious Lord, thank you for this morning. Thank you for many blessings you've given me, Lord. We ask for your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Lord, we ask, send your angels to guide me for one in this video we go. One and even the video lady. Ask for your blessing upon them and the workers here, Lord. Titui, Lord. We ask this in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Kapumi gibatenga. Kula iza la keso piba alpuna ugadba. La kayo al maning almun ancestral pangaben zaget paina bidal paina emay po. Kain mabay galina. Kau wina biga gaita. Kau rega. Lakay mayeso.
Welcome to our workshop. Hello, Uzunel Rosaline Thompsana. From my mother's side, I come from Kubin, Moa Island. And from father's side, Kaurarik from this side here. My totem for mother's side is Kaigas. And our language is Kalalagauya. What I'm going to do is I am going to make another pair of this earring here using bigger seed beads. To make a pair, you have to cut a 2 meter of your string. I'm using 8-pound line. A meter is going from your hand outstretched to the middle of your chest. That's a meter. You double the amount, that's 2 meters. 2 meters is enough to make a 1 pair of earring on a big seed beads. First stage is you have to pick up 5 black beads, not oblong ones, closest round ones you can get. They have to be all in one size, not big or small. Doesn't matter if you're a left-handed or right-handed, pattern stays the same. I'm a left-handed person, so I'm using left hand, but I've been teaching lots and lots of people with right-handed. There's hardly any few of the left hands. So you pick up 5 black, put it to the center. To make it the center of your string, you put the 2 ends together on a tip of your finger and pull it down. So that's the center. 2 red on each string, second color. Closest round ones you can get. The reason is if you do different oblong shapes, beads, you'll never get the petal right. It doesn't show properly. So try and get as close as round ones you can get. Pick up 2 red on each string. Then you pick up 1 yellow on each string and pick up 1 again, and you cross over on the yellow one, the last yellow that you picked up. This is the ending of the first petal. You got to do 3 different petals on each string. There's always, I say, memory verse. That's how you're going to remember. That's how I remember. So this is the first stage. A second stage is you got to do the petals around. So instead of how we picked up 5 black first, we're going to pick up, the memory verse is 2, 2, and 5. So you got to pick the inner colors first. That's 2 yellow. Remember, closest round ones you can get. 2 red. Look for the nice, lovely round ones. And 5 black. That's the memory verse, 2, 2, 5. Pick up your 5 black. You push that down to the center where your beads are. Now with the end string that you're holding, you have to thread through 2 red and 1 yellow that is attached to the first petal. 2 red and 1 yellow. You pull that through, and then coming back, because you haven't really attached the petal, the new petal. So to seal that petal, the second petal, you have to put your string through 1 yellow only. That should seal that petal. That's your second petal. Now, you have to do 1 string at a time for your petals. Don't just do all the petals on 1 string. It won't even it out. You have to turn it over, turn that petal over, so you can work on your dominant hand. What I normally do is, because it's the first start, center of that petal, I normally put a clasp, jump ring. Put your jump ring on the middle black. There's 5 in there. You take the center black and put your jump ring on the 5th one. There should be 2 black on each string on the end. You pick the center one and put your jump ring through there. Got a mind of its own. Okay. There it is. And temporarily close that for time being. Now I'll be working on on the other side. Turn that petal over to your dominant hand. It can be right hand too. So it's the same all the way around. 2 yellow, 2 red, and 5 black. Remember, closest round ones you can get. It won't look the same. It won't look as a flower. So it's the same pattern that goes around until you finish all your 3 petals on each side. 3rd petal, what you do is, while it's still loose, put that string together, end to end even, and you just pull your hand down just to straighten, make sure it's sitting properly. Now it's there. By the time I'm going to put a 2nd petal on this side, it's going to get stronger. It won't move anymore. If you don't take notice of that, you don't balance your string, one string is going to be shorter than the other, and that's how you will have problem of finishing your flower. Same thing, pick up 2 yellow, 2 red, and 5 black. Push that down to your other petals. It's the same pattern going around. Thread through your 3, 2 red and 1 yellow. You pull that string And to close it up, one yellow again. Okay, I've done this one. I'm going to turn the flower over because I want to use the other side. Three, 4, 5. Okay. Same thing. 2 red, thread through 2 red. 1 yellow. Pull, coming back, thread through 1 yellow only. And I'm just going to show you an example. Sometimes it tangles. If it does tangle, it's not sitting, it won't sit properly. You have to untangle it. So you make sure you untangle it if it's not sitting properly. So I have to make 1 more petal on this side. It should be 3 petals on each side, and the closing one is a 3rd stage. It's the same going around again. Go through 2 red, 1 yellow, pull gently, coming back, 1 yellow only. Sorry. Now, this side already got 3 petals, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to turn the work over for my left side. There's 2 here. I have to do 1 more petal. 2 yellow, 2 red, and 5 black. Go through 2 red and 1 yellow. Now remember, you have to go through these beads because it's already been made. You gotta touch this new one onto the one that's already made. Pull that gently. Coming back, you still, because it's still loose, it's not quite fixed. So you have to come back 1 yellow only. There's your 3rd petal. That's the 3rd stage. To close that off, we need to pick up 1 yellow, just 1 yellow on your dominant hand. Cross over with your empty string, cross over, pull that down gently. It has to go to the center of the flower to make that circle. See how that circle is? Because I put that 1 bead in there. Now you got to reverse that string because that string has to come on top. Finishing touches now. So you reverse the string. We normally do 2 red, 1 yellow. It's the other way around now. Finishing touches. 1 yellow, 2 red. 1 yellow, 2 red. On the other side the same. 1 yellow, 2 red. To finish that off, we have to put 2 black on each string only, and pick up 1 more black and cross over. That's your finishing touch. It's the same as this one here. A pair of earrings if you want to, because we put the hooks already there. It's already there. So I just want to do the finishing of this line. What I need to do is thread that back because the hook is already there. So we don't have to put another hook. So I'm just going to finish this, thread back to the center. The center is the core. So you need to thread back to the center. Both strings sticking to their own sides. This one's crossing over to this side here. And the other one is crossing over to the other side. Now this is like I'm making a pair of earrings, but if I wanted to make a bracelet or a necklace, I wouldn't go down to the core. I just leave it like here and just do your extension. Whatever you want to put, seed beads or shells or anything that you can create. But what I'm focusing on now is making the earrings. So I'm at the core. So you have to weave back. The reason you're weaving back is to steady the earring. Otherwise it's going to be loose and floppy. So you got to work your way back to that center there. One bead at a time, no rushing. Sometimes you get twisted in there. Then you have to unwind it and do it again. Okay, I'm at the center. I'm going to cross over again on this side now because I did it on this side. Cross that back over. You can feel it like it's gone stronger when you do the center. It won't be loose and floppy when you wear it. What we need to do is, you're on this side. Okay, you need to tie a knot on the string. You can tie a knot if you want to, but I prefer to, if I wanted, because it's a single like string hanging in here, I just push this string down into the middle, pull, and make a loop. Double or single, that's up to you. Just finishing touches now. It ties a little knot in there, so you won't slip out. The other side the same. Go through the loop. Come up through the petal. See, it's forming a loop. You go through once, twice if you want to, and you pull gently. See the knot going down? There it is. You want to give it a try to another side if you want. That's up to you, and which I normally do. Go to the next one, through the thread through the beads. See, I can feel it, it's making it strong. Thread your string through, and when it does come up on there, sometimes it doesn't, well, you know that you made 2 loops. If it doesn't, you cut it and then you burn it. Burn the ends to seal it from slipping out. Or if you don't want to burn the ends, it's your choice. Like this one, it won't let me. So I'm going to leave it as it is. You can cut it to the end. That's up to you. I'll do it to the end because it's windy with lighter. I bought a lighter. I cut it right down. But you can use lighter, and it's there. You can turn that into a necklace as well, using a leather or shells or seed beads. It's your choice. What I'm gonna do is I'll put an earring on it. So just take that off, put your earring in there and close it. Just let it, see how it's sitting, it's not quite sitting properly. The ends are coming out. Just make sure you push that down gently. And the other side of the earring the same. You have now got a pair of earrings. When I was first introduced to embroidery, I was 5 years old and beading. So it was always in me to do beading and embroidery. The reason we learned to do embroidery is a long time ago, there was no colorful beddings. Everything was all in white, and we had to learn to embroider our family names or home names. So members in the community, village in those days, would know that it comes from this certain family or certain house name. And we did beading because it was all about survival. We had to trade bush seeds, shells, and natural flowers to make necklaces. When there was party time, we call it feasting. And there was lots of people coming over from Papua New Guinea on a canoe that we had to trade with them. There was no money in those days. It was shells that we had to exchange for survival. And because we couldn't get hold of cassowary eggs and crocodile eggs, and they didn't have any chicken, we had to swap, trade food. And it was a good thing for us to learn, especially girls, how to do embroidery and do beading. That sort of stayed in me all this time. And we were looked after by our uncles and aunties, and they became our mom and dad. And she taught me how to do embroidery. She used to make flowers on a pillowcase, and then I had to go over it and do embroidery. And that's how I was taught to learn to steady my hands from pricking your finger. And also, when I don't do that, I go over to my other auntie's house, and she taught me how to do beading. And that's Auntie Dani Savage, that Sisi Mata's mom. She was teaching us, all girls, how to do beading. And for the crocheting, well, my auntie's sister is my mom. She passed away when I was 2 years old. She taught another auntie to do crocheting, and it's a pattern that hand-me-down from generation to generation. It's a hand-me-down from our grandmother. Grandma Matilda used to do that. And when I in turn become old enough that she would teach me to do the crocheting. And I used to see them all the time sewing and crocheting, but it really didn't sink in until I had my children. And to make it awkward for me was everybody else was right-handed and I was left-handed. And I had to this day, I had to think, someone does the right-hand beading, I have to translate that in my mind to do it left-hand way. And I've learned to use both of my hands to do crocheting and beading. But I thank the good Lord for that He gives us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And if we do those things at night, I thank the ancestors for showing me, the spirits to show me, to open my mind to anything that I would look at, that I would create it into a piece that I never made it before, which I do to this day, even with colors. Okay, my favorite thing that I like to do is crocheting and beading. I sort of went off from embroideries because beading and crocheting's got a more style than embroidery. And we now have colorful things that we can buy regarding our beddings and stuff. And it's very important that I still do that crocheting and beading. And I like to work a lot with fishing nylon strings. Nylons, when before we used to use rope from the dinghy, but our fathers would growl us not to use the ropes because they come handy for the dinghy. So when we do walk along the mangrove on the low tide, we see a ghost net, that we would cut that, and we knew that inner part of the ghost net is still just as good. And fishing line, we couldn't use it because it's all about survival. So what we have to, as a children, we have to find a solution. So we used to get those nets, unwind it, and we use it for fishing. And we used to get little needles, the sewing needles, and we used to bend that. That's how we caught little fish enough for us to do roasting on the outdoor fire. And I love doing with beading with nylon now with fishing line because it's more convenient now. We can use it all the time and we don't go short on that. And with different size beads, you would use the smaller the beads, the smaller the line. The bigger the beads, the bigger the lines. And I also like to work on bush seeds and shells. And I also do recycling. So certain pubs in the area, they got a money tin that they collect all the pull-ups that I use to recycle. You can make necklace, bags. You don't waste anything, you're recycling something. And finger rings and earrings, anything, you can set your mind to it and get creative. I have to share my culture in both worlds with Torres Strait and also Aboriginal. So I'm always in the middle. And my children the same. So I taught them both ways of Torres Strait and Aboriginal. And my son is also, one of the sons is an artist. So even the baby one that just finished school, they did all that artwork when they were little. The other son in Adelaide, he does crocheting. So whenever winter time comes around, he'd get all the wools and he'd do his crocheting, his blanket. He said, "Mom, I don't have to buy anything when I can crochet." And in Darwin too, but he's busy at the moment. So I had this arts and crafts with me all the time, but that really got me going is when my artist son, Solomon Booth, and he won the 2010 Art Award. I was at Mawa, then I was thinking like, I have to support him. He needs a family member to support him. And he motivated me to pick up that arts and crafts again to where I am here today now. And I come a long way of learning art from small in different stages. And I learn each time I go a little bit further. And when I start to make 3D of that one of the words, the cross, and I was thinking like I need to get a bit more higher next year, like that sort of. Then I was thinking like I can't do that, but you can. It's all in your mind, and you can. And until I went down to Bond University, and that really opened my eyes with their artwork. When I did a couple of workshops for Titui and also at Horn Island and also at Moa at Kubin. And I also got, it was a privilege for me to accept doing a workshop in Cairns for CIAF. And that was a really eye-opener for me, that it was really, really full on. That I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every minute of it. But it doesn't stop me, even though I got a day job. I can still do beading at night until daybreak. And weekend I don't sleep. I just catch on with my beading and crocheting, and because it's a thing that I love and I was taught from when I was younger. And coming from Moa, I've also noticed that, like, because of our climate changes, the corals have died down on us. They've gone all white. And it's been on my mind for a couple of our Indigenous awards that are about climate changes. And it's always in my mind to include land and sea. It's not only happening on the land with the erosion, it happened in the sea as well, on the seabed, because of the corals are turning different color, that it's not looking good, you know. I like to thank Titui that helped me to be involved with them to do lots of workshop here. And I'd like to share my wisdom, knowledge and understanding with everybody, young and old, and all nationalities. I'm there to share with them, and I got a lot of patience to sit with them. And they give me, each time I do a workshop, I also learn from them. I don't just give them what I've learned, I learn from them as well. And it's one word you learn each time from a workshop, you know, oh yeah, I learned that from them, thanks to them. But I like to thank everyone that comes along all the time for me and always been there for me, and I'll do the same thing for them. The advice I like to give to young and old, you're never too old to learn, like I am. I'm still learning, and is to keep striving and move forward and focus on your future, and don't stand still with your fingers. Keep moving, and that's the only way that'll well, it motivates me. That's the only way that keeps me going. My son, the artist one, he always tells me, like, if I don't understand something, he always say, read the book. Well, I put it in my way is, you'll never learn touching beads until you touch it and do it. You can make a lot of mistakes, but it leads you to perfection. And I know for a fact that's what I experienced a lot of time. Thank you, Eso, for watching me for this small presentation that I presented to you. And I hope you enjoy enjoy it. Keep practicing. Don't pause. Keep practice. I'm very sorry I can't be with you, but hoping and maybe next year I'll see you then. Goodbye. Kaima eso yawo.
It's 9 o'clock, most having breakfast, except for those who stayed up late.
Well, this bead here, I make them from one string. For make a flower, you take a three pink, or the another color you want them. Then I put it white. I put it green. Then white. Then pink. But you choice, bro, you play. You play make that choice, one them color, you play one them. The bead go come them kind. So I go pick my pen. 8 green. 1, 2, 3. But you must look for a proper bead, proper round one. Always take them good shape one. Because when the bead, bro, you go come this way, you go look this kind of like out of one shape. Then another one you go come out also big or big one. But you get one try for look them beads good shape. I got them 7 beads here of my one line. 3, 6, 7, 8 here. So when you put that string one you go inside of this green, pull them, then you have to take this another green again. Pick up another green again. And will come shape, round shape. So you want one day put it that pink round. You pick up for this one I got the white there. You pick up a white. Pick up one white, look for good shape, bead, then you pick up a five pink. Them kind to look for good shape one. I go pick up a 5, 4 that white here you make 5. So you go put him through all this. You have to make a proper good shape. That middle one, yeah, you have to be proper round. When you take him, you take a pink too. Pick up the 2 one green. You put him inside. I know I'm supposed to be turning him around that way. That way. white. Okay. For make him around, you put him inside of that pink and that white. White, a pink, then green, but you have to take an extra one again. Extra that green. All the time you go them kind. You have to be 5 all the time. 3. 4. 4 I pick them up. Alright. Then go inside. You take a one pink, white and green. So always pick up the another pink, I forgot. Always pick up another. When you pick up the green, you have to pick up another extra green too. This one I gonna make it stop. This big bead, yeah. That white, you go be them kind, yeah, come out. For white, you come out there. The green for middle. Language you speak them kind. This one you walk, you make him. You know, like zaget. Walk, you make him. So I pick up a white, I will pick up another 4. 4 pink, I go pick up him. And no proper safe. Look, I will pick up one pink there, a little bit big, I go suck him, go buy again. I go have to look around, look for the another size, always one size. Inside of that green, the chance you one time take the green and the green straight away. You look that one and thing you have to make it that thing safe. Try for putting them beads or safe. Nearly finished now. Suck the beads, go outside to look for proper shape one. Sometimes you only look high, the bead, you know, proper shape for you. Need a little bit pink. I put him inside of the pink and white, the green, and Look at that, another green one time. Yeah, the bead becomes safe now. The white again. A small beady. Okay. Sometimes when you take a white, might be a little bit long one and things so long you go come them kind. Instead of this pink. White, and then come out like green. And you finish. That one for end them now. This one a little bit. Look, I've been wanting to come by again from here, come on top inside there. I go pick up a 3 pink. This one for end them now. Ended that flower. I go look for good. Because of that one, the last one, I go look for them. Them kind of safe now. Look, I be picking up a big one there. I go suck away. Then I go pick one and put it them two. Then I go take one more. That one it will be 3. A little bit big there. I go suck him again. See, you have to look around for a good safe bead. There, you go be right. I go, one name go bike now. When I go bike, I go put him inside of this green here. I go join him one time 2 green. I have to take a 4. I already been putting that needle here inside of that another 2. From here, go bike, you go come out there of this for start another bead again. See, I already be pick up a 2. I go pick up another one, then I go turn. I go turn, go on top. That one it become a bead. I be go on top that one for start time. I go put him here inside. For start another bead now. I go still all making them kind of this kind I be starting that first one. Well, for making them kind, because of you make a all mistake, middle them kind, you also take about half an hour for making, because I know also like all done, because I know been make a bead for a while. Then I make a mistake middle, not like my one year sister, yeah. I'm always do when I ring a map, I'm always make a bead and another sister blow me. But I got lots of things to do. Plenty things for making. So if I want them proper interest, want them lomi, it will take me about half an hour or 15 minutes for one em. I might only make I know got one em time for make them not daytime. Them can I nighttime I make them. If I make a 15 them flower, then another night I make another 15 that's finished. You have to go for 30 for make something like proper them kind long one. Mainly them big ladies, they like long beads. When for young people, them can you make them, it will be easy. You only make them might only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You put your clipper. Also make it all dress up a necklace. All young people like wear a necklace. Them all people, all girls, all like wear them kind long beads. Them another one I mean make them no two string. I used to make them no 2 string, but I also like look this one a bit easy for me. 2 string you pull him them kind. But this one it will be easy or 1 string. My name is Nazris Adidi, Ninauya. I'm original come from Mo Island, Kubin village, and also Kaurek, tales of this place. Yeah. And my totem is Dugong, Gelam, and my other totem is I'm a Magaram tribe from Mary Island. And my win is Sager Gub. I'm a Sager Gubalai. I speak Kalalagauya. I interesting of craft, like beading, because of my mother. She's a arts lady, do all sorts of things. You don't know what to do, whether you go take the beading or sewing or craft, making basket. But that time we I got about 6 kids to. I was really busy that time. Language you speak, feel like do things I do craft or because too many things to do. And language is say get a digging, feel like do something. But just 5 years ago, we had this tombstone opening, and everybody have to make our beads, our own beads for dancing. That's like even make me keep doing it. And I also been encouraged by my sister, younger sister Rose, my other cousin Francis, to make beads. Yeah, now I'm interested in making beads now, and they encourage me to make beads and sell it. so you can have money in your pocket. I like making things so I can, if you don't do anything, you got all sorts of, all kind of mind come to you. So you have to take out the stress from your mind, like make yourself busy all the time. If housework done, you do the craft. I like everything because of I'm a cultural person. I like pick up seeds and that, and well, at the moment I got them shells and trying to make all earring, and mainly like I do. As you can see, I got different pattern I do. I want to do this pattern first, then after that pattern, and so I can have a couple of flower beads and that, yeah. For making beads, I looking at people clothes, color of them clothes, and then I take it out from there, or watching TV and all sorts of like them flags. I take all the colors from there, write it down. Yeah, from nature, yeah. See colors and I could make bead out of this. I always do like do housework first, then I sit down and do like arts for a couple of hours. Mainly I do like in the evening. If I don't want to watch TV, I do beading right after 3 o'clock morning. It's good to see young people, young people to come and do arts, because some of those arts I see like they from long time. The pictures I see when they do them artwork. Okay, Mayor, so for watching me. Hope you enjoy it and keep practicing. Sorry I can't be with you because of this COVID virus. Maybe next year. Love yous and God bless.
Before these seed beads came along, this is what we used to make our necklaces with. This one's called kulap. It's matchbox bean seed. And you can mainly use this before for men's to do dancing. But nowadays you can actually mix this with our nowadays seed beads jewelry, and ladies can wear them as well now, but not before. Before only men's allowed to wear these. These are the symbols. It's got meaning for different things that are happening in our culture world. And this one here, you call it wangai seed, or we say in our local is ubar. And use the seed as for necklaces. You can also mix this with seed beads and kulap and shells.
This seed we call kusakap, gray one. They also grow a little bit bigger than this one. It look really tiny. And we find this one up the hill in Moe Island, Kubin. It's really hard to get the seed, and the place where our garden is, it's got big rocks. We have to jump on them rocks Sometimes when we jump to the rock, you don't know like snake was there. And sometimes snake climb up your leg, and when there's something here, you would look down, hey! We scream, jump down from the big rocks. So where we get this one from, you can just like go up the hill. It's not clear place you're picking up this one. Kusakap.
This seed also represent, in biblical terms, you call this Job's tears, and it's got a really very good meaningful to this seed, because some countries overseas, they use this healing seed, and if there's someone's got a not feeling well, they smash this seed to make it into a powder. It's for healing, but I don't know what sort of sick they use it for. But other than that, in biblical terms, you call that Job's tears. So this is a true seed that all creation, things that God made. Seed is one of them. It's already got self-made holes in them. So you don't have to drill them. It's already there. So once you cultivate the seed, you don't have to drill the seeds. It's just natural, all natural.
We also use a shell, but we use like all kinds of shell. We pick it up, and we also make jewelry out of them. Before them beads came.
Trading too.
Yeah, because first the trading we were getting from when Papua New Guinea come over, they do trading and they sell beads, but not like flowers or something, just a single one. So we break that one and made some beads for us. Yeah.
In exchange for food. It's all about survival.
Nobody gave it to me, but I picked them up by myself when I went to Murray Island. Because in our area there, you can only find sometime only one or two, but not like Great Barrier Reef, Murray Island. You can fill it up bucket, all sorts of shell, yeah.
Yeah, what
But before we pick it up, because of its cultural place, a traditional area, we have to like talk before you start walking down that low tide. Yeah. Miki,